Please. So my name is Dr. Chandrasekhar. I should say Chandrasekhar. I'm working as a faculty in Pondicherry Engineering College and Department of Chemical Engineering. Anyway, actually I was not aware that it is Vivekananda's birthday, and yesterday in the news I realized. And to be frank, when I was 8 years or 9 years old, first time I went to a program where Vivekananda's birthday, I didn't remember which year, but there was a celebration, and during that they asked me to talk on a debate in Telugu. And basically my mother tongue is Telugu, so I won a consolation prize that time. So after that again I am talking on his birthday eve, whatever the thing. And also personal life, I got a great benefit from his vision. See, I did my PhD from Indian Institute of Science, and it was started on his world. Most of you may not be knowing. See, during 1800, during his sailing towards the US, in the same boat, there was a person, Mysore Maharaja. I don't know the name, but and along with him, Tata, current Tata's grandfather, and there was an intellectual discussion. Vivekananda asked one question. Okay, we are asking the Britishers to go away. See, are we prepared? Are we prepared to face the modern world? But that means scientifically we are having any facilities. This is the first question he raised, and this is the story narrated by one of my professors in one of the department functions. So I thought I will share with you. Most of you may not be knowing this. And then that was the question raised by Swami Vivekananda. And then they themselves asked, so if we are not prepared enough, what we should do? Because obviously it's like professor sets a question, he must be knowing answer, right? That is what happened, and they asked, Maharaja asked him, okay Swamiji, you asked a right question to us, definitely I do accept, and please tell me the answer also. Then he said, you start one school where this modern science, fundamental science basically, it is very essential for the country. So then Maharaja told, I have no objection, I will give my land. Then Tata told, I am ready to fund, because he is a businessman. I think he has 4 or 5 generations of people working, like Lakshmi Mittal, and all these people are in the same big family. And then after he has returned, and he was in a great dilemma, and he was discussing with his crew, business crew. Then they said, okay, we will choose 2 areas. One is in Rajasthan, where they have big land, and another place is Bangalore. Then due to some problems, weather or something, so they finally selected Bangalore, and then Raja gave around 900 acres to establish institute, and J.R.D. Tata, he funded all the buildings. Even today it is there, his statue will be there looking like this. And then institute began like that. And the last year, they celebrated 100 years, and it is one of the renowned institute. The one important thing, though many students are coming out of Indian Institute of Science, the number is not sufficient to meet today's need. So here you have central universities which are again funded by Government of India. There are so many students are coming, but the mindset, whether a student from IISc or from central university, mindset is same. So most of you think that what is the job I will get immediately I come out. When I was sitting, I was also thinking like that. But the question is, Vivekananda thoughts I do like, but I have not studied much. But now world is open. Earlier it was not like that. When he taught teachings to us, we were not having any freedom. That means we were under British rule. So we need patriotism. We need self-thing. Now it is not like that. Now nobody fights with us because everybody wants business with us. Now I feel personally, we can take his lectures to groom our personal life. And because you cannot say I will be in India, I will be patriotic, and these kind of things are not there today. Even if you tell, nobody will listen. Even your father or mother will scold. You are useless fellow, you are staying in India, they will say. Suppose you go abroad. Even then, you can carry out all the ideas or teachings given by Vivekananda. Develop yourself. This is what personally I felt. And although I am a great fan of him, but I have not studied much of his lectures, because I studied one lecture in which he said, even if you read 100 books, it is no use unless you practice one sentence properly throughout your life. So then I stopped reading, because there is no point in reading 100 books. You stop practicing one true thing throughout your life. That will take you to highest altitudes. Definitely, success will be with you. Prosperity, some of you are asking, and prosperity will be there with you. All of you will enjoy the duty. Worship your duty, definitely you will enjoy that. And automatically you will get satisfaction, and then you are the backbone to the country, wherever you go. Because ultimately your relation will be in India, right? You don't forego everything. So definitely these days I feel Vivekananda thoughts we can implement like this. Because the world, entire world become like a single home. You cannot fight. All religions are becoming, see, I find people marrying each other. There is no religion, caste, no boundaries. People are marrying each other. So nowadays talking about religion and all these things really will not attract the people. So I feel you should have humanity. That is very important. That is what Vivekananda told. And then after that, you worship your work and work sincerely. Definitely success is with you. With this I will stop. Thank you.